Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. We are from BA185CA would like to present about defamation case between Nurul Izzah Anwar against Tan Sri Khalid Abu Bakar and Datuk Sri Ismail Sabri Yaakob.
Defamation, as we all know, is a false accusation of a crime or a malicious portrayal of another words or action. Defamation also includes the dissemination of material for the benefit of a third party that has the potential to harm a person in the eyes of a reasonable person. As a result, the defamation law exists to safeguard a person or an organization's reputation. Libel, slander, and innuendo are all examples of defamation. In this report, we go over the definition of defamation and link it to a case that occurred in Malaysia. Nurul Izzah Anwar filed a lawsuit against Datuk Sri Ismail Sabri Yaakob and Tan Sri Khalid Abu Bakar for slanderous defamation that occurred at Nurul Izzah Anwar. This case study demonstrates how someone can defend their reputation from being slandered by making a fake statement. We also discuss the kind of defamation action that someone should take it if they are involved in defamation case. Every defamation case will be brought to the High Court, which issue an order for the defendant to be penalized. In this matter of Nurul Izzah Anwar, the High Court ordered Datuk Sri Ismail Sabri Yaakob and Tan Sri Khalid Abu Bakar to pay Nurul Izzah damage for making a false allegation against her. We can see how difficult it is to win a defamation case and how false remarks can cost someone thousands of ringgit Malaysia in legal fees. As a result, we must cautious with every statement or words we make to say to the others.
So now, what is the highlight of the issue? In the plaintiff lawsuit against former Inspector General of Police Tan Sri Khalid Abu Bakar and former Rural and Regional Development Minister Datuk Sri Ismail Sabri Yaakob, Nurul Izzah Anwar was awarded RM1 million in damages by a High Court. Nurul Izzah sued Tan Sri Khalid and Datuk Sri Ismail Sabri for alleging she had committed crimes after a picture of her with Jasil Kiram, the daughter of Jamalul Kiram, who is reported to have commanded the 2013 invasion of Sabah, was published. Nurul Izzah filed suit against the defendants, claiming that they represented her as a Britaya to the country and the mastermind of the Lahad Datu insurrection in Sabah in 2013. The defendants were unable to come to an agreement in a defamation action taken by Nurul Izzah Anwar. Datuk Sri Ismail Sabri's counsel, Raghunat Kesavan, told the Court of Appeals 3-member bench that defendants seems unable to reach an agreement and that the hearing of submissions would proceed. During the most recent appeal hearing, the appeal court decided to ask the defendants to see if they could reach an agreement. Datuk Sri Ismail Sabri and Tan Sri Khalid were appealing a High Court's decision that awarded Nurul Izzah, a Permatang Pauh Member of Parliament, RM1 million in damages after proving the defendants responsible for defaming her.
The plaintiff. A plaintiff is a person or entity who file a lawsuit in court. In this manner, the plaintiff seeks legal redress. If the search is successful, the court will enter a judgment in the plaintiff's favor and issue the necessary court order. Nurul Izzah binti Anwar is the plaintiff in this case. She is 41 years old and was born on November 19, 1980. She is a well-known politician. The plaintiff in this defamation suit is Nurul Izzah Anwar in damage in her lawsuit in relation to the exaggerated statement of Datuk Seri Ismail Sabri Yaakob and Tan Sri Khalid Abu Bakar linking her to Sulu Princess Jaka Kiram, daughter of Jamalul Kiram III. Furthermore, the plaintiff is a member of Parliament for Permatang Pauh and the Vice President of Pakatan Harapan. The plaintiff was defamed and filed a suit in the High Court against two men named Datuk Seri Ismail Sabri Yaakob and also Tan Sri Khalid Abu Bakar for making a statement that the plaintiff had met with the enemies of the country who had killed Malaysian soldiers, and they said that the plaintiff was involved in the Sulu invasion of Sabah 3 years ago. They also claimed that the plaintiff was a terrorist and betrayed his own country. Nurul Izzah Anwar filed a suit against two excessive statements linked to her meeting with Sulu Princess Jekyll Kiram in Manila, Philippines on November 9, 2015. Nurul Izzah Anwar filed the suit on November 26, 2015. In 2018, Nurul Izzah Anwar won the case against Datuk Seri Ismail Sabri Yaakob and Tan Sri Khalid Abu Bakar.
What is defendant? Defendant is a person or entity accused of committing a crime in criminal prosecution or against whom some type of civil relief is being sought in a civil case. The first defendant of this case is former Inspector General of Police and former Chairman of Prasarana Malaysia, Tan Sri Khalid Abu Bakar. He is 65 years old and was born on September 5, 1957. Tan Sri Khalid's statement was made on the occasion of privilege as evidence showed that the Sonatan 2015 program was an official PDRM function. In addition, Nurul Izzah claimed that Tan Sri Khalid had uttered defamatory words during a press conference at Federal Police Headquarters in Bukit Aman on November 22, 2015. The second defendant is the former Regional Rural and Religion Development Minister, Datuk Sri Ismail Sabri Yaakob. He is 62 years old and was born on January 18, 1960. In addition, he is currently the 9th Prime Minister of Malaysia and a Member of Parliament for Berak. Based on Nurul Izzah's statement, Datuk Sri Ismail Sabri had uttered similar defamatory words during a media event in his Berak parliamentary constituency in Pahang on the same day. Nurul Izzah also said that defendant's statement were not only carried by television news networks and newspapers but had also spread online and made people gossip about her.
The ways defamatory statement being made. The defamation case between Nurul Izzah Anwar with Datuk Seri Ismail Yaakob and Tan Sri Khalid Abu Bakar is because Datuk Seri Ismail Sabri Yaakob and Tan Sri Khalid Abu Bakar made statement in two separate press conference. The statement made had a natural and common intent to slander Nurul Izzah after the appearance of picture showing her with Sulu Princess Jekyll Kiram, daughter of Jamalul Kiram III. The ways of this defamatory are by verbally. This is because the statement made by Datuk Seri Ismail Sabri and Tan Sri Khalid were made through speeches. Tan Sri Khalid made the statement during a press conference at the police headquarters in Bukit Aman in conjunction with Majlis Sunatan PDRM 2015. Meanwhile, Datuk Seri Ismail Sabri made the statement at a press conference held in Berak Pahang in conjunction with Majlis Berkatan Perdana 2015 organised by Pemuda UMNO in Dewan Rakan Muda Berak Pahang. Verbal defamatory statement may occur when the defendant publishes an untrue statement by starting it in speech rather than writing or action. This is the method used by the two defendants to bring down the dignity of Nurul Izzah Anwar as the Vice President of Pakatan Harapan.
The type of defamation is slander, which is a defamatory statement that was made orally or in a transition form of expression. After multiple rounds of court proceedings, including hearings from the plaintiff and both defendants, statements and proof, the judges ruled on 18 April 2018 that Nurul Izzah had won the case 4 years after she started it. It's because the defendants lacked sufficient evidence to prove Nurul Izzah betrayed the country. The element of defamation in this case is that the statement made by both of the defendants was untrue and intended to damage the plaintiff's reputation. Their statement referred to the plaintiff by mentioning her name, and it is also maliciously published as the defendants made a statement at the event and also at a press conference. The court decisions. After several times in the trial court, the judges suggested that Nurul Izzah win the case after hearing from the plaintiff and both of the defendants' statements and proof on 18 April 2018. The judges agreed that the defendant did not provide enough proof that shows Nurul Izzah did betray the country. The High Court of Kuala Lumpur commanded Tan Sri Khalid Abu Bakar to pay 400,000 and Datuk Sri Ismail Sabri to pay 600,000. Court of Appeal said the comment must be based on true facts which are either contained in the publication or are sufficiently referred to. It is for the defendant to prove that the underlying facts are true. If he or she is unable to do so, then the defense will fail. As with justification, the defendant does not have to prove the truth of every fact provided. The comment was fair in relation to those facts which are provided. However, fair in this context does not mean reasonable, but rather it significates the absence of malice. The view expressed can be exaggerate, obstinate, or prejudiced, provided they are honestly held. If the claimant can show that the publication was made maliciously, the defense of fair comment will not succeed.
I think that's all from us, and thank you for watching.